We sometimes stare out at life and we see all these questions. And there are moments in life where questions harass us. And I think it's important for all of us to remember that our perspective, our scope, our understanding is narrow. A lot of people treat God as if He's guilty until proven innocent. Habakkuk is a faithful prophet, but he's not a prophet who doesn't struggle with his own sets of doubts. He's a prophet who's a philosopher. He's not accusing God of injustice. He's just perplexed by what seems to be injustice. We're often surprised by this problem of evil, but why aren't we more surprised by the problem of good? In other words, in light of our human natures, in light of how fallen we are, how stricken by sin we are, why is there so much good? We talk about injustices, and granted, there are a lot of them. But let's face it, all of us have lived, and who have lived long enough, have experienced some injustice. But most of us, if we're honest, have probably experienced a lot more good. We've got the problem of the good. In light of who we are, why is there so much good? And what I want to contend, it's the generous grace of God. It's the omnibenevolence of God at work in our life that restrains us in His goodness from fully expressing who we are. He allows us to see a little bit of who He is in the good. Don't be surprised when you see non-believers doing good things. They could never do good without God, but they could do good without believing in God because they're created in His image. And the moral law is built within. We're hardwired with a sense of right and wrong. We know this. There's a universal standard at place. You would not feel that sense of disgust if you were the mere product of evolution. You would not feel holy angst if you were not created in the image of God. And the very fact that you feel holy hauntings when you see injustice around you is because you're shaped by God in His image and you're reflecting something about Himself that says it is wrong. And see, so the cross, God allows evil sometimes to get so grotesque so that against that backdrop we can see how great His love is. What you see is the worst of all evils, but you also see the greatest of all grace.